Hey guys, welcome to the stream. I'm Cho. Welcome to the show zone. We are going to be smashing out some Final Fantasy 16. Some more Final Fantasy 16. I just saw something. I just want to switch over to the screen for a second. Okay. Continue where you left up. Fine. Play game. Fine. Time played 3 hours. Game progression 14%? Already? That has to be wrong. I've got one. Look, it says there, current hideaway 0%. I've got 1 of 50 trophies, but apparently I'm 14% through the game. Don't understand that. Don't understand that at all. But welcome in. Happy Friday to you all. I hope you had better Fridays than I did. My day was absolutely dead. It was a terrible day at work. So dead. I'm literally yawning because it takes it out of you more than a busy day does. So I've been looking forward to playing Final Fantasy 16. He's got the moves. He has got the moves, John Cena. So we're going to be smashing out a good 3 or 4 hours of Final Fantasy 16 tonight. Basically until I get so tired I can't play the game anymore. So that is the aim. Like you're dancing with him. I even looked at him as well. Do you see that? So were you here when I showed off this bit? So it's 0%. There's hideaway, 0%, just there. 1 of 50 trophies. But apparently I'm 14% through the game in 3 hours. What the hell is that? That's wrong. Clearly wrong. That can't be right. Unless they're just like people that beeline straight to the end of the game, I guess. I hope that's not right. I do not want to be 14% through a Final Fantasy in 3 hours. I want to be 4% through a Final Fantasy in 3 hours.
You reckon he's a soldier then?
Reckon he's a soldier then?
The washroom floor's all mended then.
Everyone ends every conversation with then here. Sterling Smith.
Yeah.
It's a conversation. It's down here.
Another newcomer.
Gala.
You mind the rules round here, or our next chat will be through the bars.
Alright. He's from Bristol, he is. You want to know length of story mode? Well, about the length, depending on who playing it and what they do. Well, I mean the 14% in 3 hours, more than that. Is that actually right?
Still hungry,
Or if they just got it wrong? I don't want to know how long the game is. I think it's around 35-40 hours.
I suppose I'll be needing a new
But you'd hope it was about that.
Your brand. Lady Tyre might be able to see to that. You may have been born a slave. Leave me be. Not
To be honest, so far the story is quite linear, so maybe it is right. But if you just force yourself to the end of the game. But welcome in, Vax. Hope you're doing well. Hope your Friday's been going well. Unless it's adds percent after you pass certain parts in the game. Perhaps, yeah. I mean, we haven't really done much. We've only done the prelude, or prelude, or however you said the word. Literally haven't done much else than that. Right, we went around that way as well. We've done that bit. 29 hours. Okay. Someone speed ran this game already. How bad is that? The game's not even been out 40 hours.
Project of mine. Though she's not above biting.
Oh, it must have if the longest is 60 hours.
All right. I was hoping we might try and solve the mystery of poor Clive Rossfield. A bearer of the Sambrequois Imperial Army sent behind enemy lines. With orders to wait until it turned into a brawl.
Came out on
then
Thursday.
slit the dominant's throat in
Right.
the chaos.
I didn't know it was her.
Oh, okay. I
How
didn't know
could it be?
Jackman got 1 day extra.
And so, to save her neck, you slit your sergeants, then set your sights on the hills. Conveniently forgetting how the Empire deals with deserters.
Sorry, I am forgetting. Time difference. Yes, I've just realised that. There is quite a bit of time difference. Yeah, sorry, my bad. A person with the power to cast magics without a crystal. The Valisthea men and women are who awaken as bearers are enslaved. They are marked with a brand upon their cheek and used as tools, a cheaper alternative to scarce and precious shards. The system of slavery has persisted for centuries and has become ingrained in Philistine's life. Few take pity upon bearers' plights, seeing them as less than human. It's actually quite ironic that we were really, as a young Clive, we were very nice to a bearer that was holding those apples, and now we are a bearer ourselves. The mark applied to the cheek of the bearers across Valisthea identified them as something other than human. Newborn babes are checked at birth, those who are found to be bearers being branded and taken into custody to the state. Rarely bearers evade this test, either because their parents hide them, testers are law in their duties, or that the powers do not awaken till later. Yet most do not remain unbranded for long.
Because with that on your chop, my friend, we both know you won't be getting far. You've fallen a long way, Lord Rossfield.
Realize it's not MasterChef professionals, it's salvage hunters. Basically, anyone that knows American Pickers, it's when two people go around America in a van and find antiques and sell them, redo them and sell them from like people's attics and stuff like that. Salvage Hunters is like the UK version, and this guy voices over that show. I love that show, so it's a great voice. Recognize his voice now.
I'll not have it said that I'm a poor host.
What do you mean to do with her?
Do with her? Why, nothing.
He's also one of the people with Theon Greyjoy in Game of Thrones trying to take Winterfell. He's one of the boat people he goes to talk to, if you remember.
Life is her own now. If I wanted to use her, do you think I'd be talking to you? All I want to do is help. Dominance like her, branded like you. Of course, the realm doesn't approve.
I'm sure the missus appreciates that. I'm sorry. What you eating?
Surprise, motherfucker!
And it's also why we need help. From branded who know one end of a sword from the other. What say you, Clive? Will you join us?
Sid, was it? I trust that you'll do right by Jill. But until my brother is avenged, I must walk my own path.
Avenged?
My brother was murdered by a second dominant of fire.
The Phoenix's evil twin. Oh, bugger me. Another rumor proven true.
I only stand here today because of Joshua. 13 years I've waited for this chance. I've slept in filth, drunk from a gutter, killed more men than I can count. You're right. The Empire will not suffer a deserter. This will be my best opportunity. My last.
Which is why you should join us.
I told you I'm not...
Interested, I know.
Both, like, fantastic voice actors. I am really liking Clive's
One
voice.
of my scouts sent word there's a group of branded fugitives north of here, in the Imperial village of Lostwing. Among them is one he believes to be a dominant of fire.
Is he certain?
What say we go and ask him?
This
Not
doesn't
saying anything
mean
until
I'm
you're back from your
joining
ad
you.
break.
Let's make ready then.
That triggers a little
You'll
miss
find
to
everything you need down in the main
vape break
hall,
yourself.
as well as a few things you don't. Have fun.
Got a little doll there, so maybe he's got a kid.
It's downstairs. Try not to get lost.
Hey, Steph. Am I your dinner entertainment? Is that what's going on here? You haven't told us what you're eating.
He's in...
I like goats.
Goats, was it?
It's just
Perhaps
goats,
you can help.
okay.
Sid asked me to make ready for our mission. How does one go about that here?
Well, there's old Nan's place.
Old Nan.
Oh, on second thoughts, you maybe want to see Blackthorn first.
Ready to dance?
A blacksmith? To the forge it is then.
Oh wait, no, hold up. You'll be needing this. Blackthorn won't take no notice of you otherwise. Might not anyway.
Welcome in, cheers. There you go. A dance for you. The joys of being in the kitchen doesn't matter where. Thank you for blowing me though.
Are you Blackthorn?
What if I am? I've no time for idle chatter.
I'm not here to talk. I'll be accompanying Sid to Lostwing, and I need you to see to my equipment.
You could be accompanying the goddess Krieger to our holy bedchamber for all I care. I'm not lifting a finger for you.
Is that so?
Continental rum. Oh, is that what that guy gave me? Okay.
Do you want that or not? I can take it back.
Damn you, Goots.
Everyone says its name different. It's Goots
No need
now,
to
is
be
it?
hasty. Let's have a look at you. I doubt that lot could stay a Moogle's fart.
I imagine Moogle's fighting
I'd
now.
rather see their bearers dead than kitted out properly. I'll do what I can, as a favour to Goot's mind.
So it's Goots now, is it? Okay. Crafting of new gear as well as upgrading existing gear can be done with the blacksmith. Blah 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 blah. Iron filings upgrade my iron belt. No reinforceable items. Okay.
And the belt sees a square. You want anything else, you bring your own materials.
I'll bear that in mind.
You
Thank
could
you.
actually talk to him again because I think I've got more items than that.
A word of advice. Don't let Sid decide what's best for you.
Okay, when something has changed in a hideout, notice will appear in the upper right corner of the screen. In addition to the stock updates and Sharon's Toll, a new forging recipe, the blacksmith, you also notice new quests, new missions, and many other things.
I suppose I should thank Goots.
Okay.
Make it quick.
Use the forge.
What do you want?
Here, we can make a broadsword +1. For iron braces. Oh no, we could. No, we could. Oh, okay, we could craft it, but we need a broadsword +1. We need a standard broadsword. Make it +1, and then +1 to make it a +2.
And
Okay, can we buy stuff?
I see I'm busy here. Well, I
Okay, it
ain't
doesn't
the
seem like we
cook,
can buy
am
anything.
I?
Okay. Well, I ain't the cook though, am I? So, if you've tasted Kenneth's Brown, might as well be.
Look.
Instead, need a smith, and I needed a smithy. Full of marriage made inconvenience. Doesn't hurt that the forge here is the hottest side of hell. Work without magic. I won't have no bearer suffering
Got
for
anything
me.
needs repairing?
Retooling. Weird that he just does some of the dialogue.
So, will it be?
Very weird that it does some of the dialogue. We can't create that without 3 more Wyrots. That's a shame.
Anything else?
I absolutely love
See a mug of Kenneth's coldness.
that the bar is called the Fat Chocobo. Okay, Goets, or Gertz, sorry. Back.
The gift worked. You have my thanks.
Come on, nearly there.
Oh, that's the dude that had the apples, isn't it? Or it looks very much like him. Okay, we've done everything here. Hey, look, the woman at the back looks like she's got a different mark as well.
You, blankets,
Or
quick as you
someone's
like.
been burnt off or something.
All right, we make them comfortable while the bed's made up.
Kermudgeon?
Well, you're
Kermudgeon?
just gonna stand there? Someone fetch some water.
Very
I'll
odd
get
name.
the bucket. You go and see if Otto needs out, eh?
Wait, me?
Where is the errand boy in here?
What the hell have I got myself into?
Alright, let's see what he needs. It's just introducing side quests, really, this is.
Who are
Seems.
they?
Huh? They're freed Imperial bearers. Who the hell are you? Shit, at this rate, he won't make it through the night. Think you can find your way up them stairs to the infirmary? We need Tyre. Well, go on. Shift your ass.
Okay, Ty is that interesting looking
Was Ty the one looking after Jill?
woman that was looking after you, I should say, yeah. Ah, it's in the door to the right, okay. We can go in.
Your friend needs her rest. There'll be time for tearful reunions once she's recovered.
I'm not here for Jill. You're wanted downstairs.
I recognise a
Injured bearers
voice.
in need of attention.
Well, why didn't you say so?
Reminds me of
I did say so.
that summoner that you fight in Final Fantasy X. Like numerous times through the game. She tests your Aeons.
He's going to be all right. But I'll need to examine them both in the infirmary. My work's just begun.
Okay. Bit slow this bit. Using all the side stories, I suppose, side quests.
Another fine day at the hideaway.
Do many of the bearers who come here arrive in this state?
It's no easy thing, casting off your chains. By the time most pluck up the courage, they're already too far gone. These two here are the lucky ones. The name's Otto. You need anything? You ask me.
Well, Otto, I do need some supplies.
Do you now?
Well, I need a broadsword.
Then Lady Karen over there will be more than happy to help you.
Right.
Karen over there.
Oh. And thanks. Be seeing you.
Not likely. I won't be staying.
Is that right? Well, for as long as you are here, consider yourself welcome. You helped us today, and we won't forget it.
Every Final Fantasy main character is an edgelord. Like, thanks. You're welcome here anytime. I am not staying. Side quests unlocked. Keep an eye out for the exclamation mark above people's head. The NPCs indicates a quest to offer. A current list is completed in the journal. Okay. Accepting the quest to do a do list. Any quest can be prioritized. Following hideaway facilities are now available. 1,000 tomes, an ever-growing compendium of all things of Elastia, the Orchestrium, a personal jukebox with songs collected throughout the game. Okay, nice. That's taken from Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Who are these people?
Alright, Karen.
I need supplies for my journey to Lost Wing. Otto said you could provide them.
What's that? Does the newcomer think it proper to make demands of a poor old matron before even introducing himself?
It's Clive.
Well, Clive, I hear that dog is yours. Since he followed Sid home one night, I've seen to it that his chin's rubbed and his belly fed.
Good old Karen.
I suppose that's your job now. Unless you lose him again.
I won't. Not again. Thank you for watching him.
So, were you gonna buy something? What? You didn't think I'd shower your lordship with my hard-won wares while you swagger about with a pocket full of gil? Life doesn't work that way, lad. Now, let's see some coin.
I like that she's got different eye colours as well, and she's blind in one eye. I think I can understand sharps. Okay, the broadsword is actually one I wanted to buy because I grade. But the problem is it's expensive. Do need potions, but we pick them up quite commonly. What have we got to sell? Imperial infantry power. Frozen. Oh, these are. We definitely don't want to sell these. We have 2 of those. Let's sell 1.
You got out else?
Just so we're not running out when we buy the broadsword and only having that. Buy that.
I'll not find a better price than that.
Not gonna equip it. Buy 1 potion. I'm gonna leave myself with 200 more.
You know.
That's all.
I'm not robbing you blind. I'm buying
Why,
your stuff.
You're barely a guilty of name.
Hello, doggo.
You're taking his side now. And after all I've done for you. All right. All right, I can make an exception. But just this once, mind. My stores are getting cluttered and I need to make room for the next shipment.
Thank you.
Thank me? Thank your dog.
He has a red 13 look about him, doesn't he? Good old dog. Right, now
Well,
I can use the forge to
What do you want?
craft. Oh, reinforce, sorry. Reinforce broadsword +1. And then I can reinforce my +2 to +2, sorry. And do that.
not my best work, but it'll do.
And then I've got this +1 that I can, well,
You can thank me later.
I Okay, so we've got a bit of better attack power now.
And?
Can actually go and sell that other broadsword now as well. You'd have 2.
Look what the curl dragged in. Go on then.
But the curl dragged in. Oh, okay. Infantry blade. Ah.
Is that all?
I'm sad that we can't pet our dog. Appreciate that, Lurk. Right, we've got this over here. This Orchestrigian, which is basically a jukebox. 1,000 tomes, and we've got a side quest, food for 4.
Do you think we should go and help?
When he's not out chasing rumours, sits up there in that hole of his.
Songs we got. Hide, hide away, where the heart is. Okay, set as background music. That's cool, I like that. There's actually 2 side quests. What's the one over there? Make, do, and mend.
Don't think I haven't.
Go and look at the tome up here. I think the tome. Oh, okay, it's a person. Why isn't
Yours is not a familiar face. Are you new to the hideaway, perchance?
You could say that.
Well then, allow me to welcome you. I am Harpocrates II Hyperboreus.
Okay, don't expect me to remember that name.
Quite a mouthful, I know. Which is why everyone here has taken to calling me simply Tomes, on account of the company I keep. And what varied company. I'm a collector, you see. Not of bijou and baubles, but of stories. The history and culture of these isles.
Okay, we've got Sharon and Otto. That's Sharon. Don't really need to be about Otto, but at least it's nice and local. And it's nice that I've got them
but alas,
here
my days
and not in the conversation I was having with them.
Tales are far behind me.
So it doesn't matter if I miss a
So
few
I've taken to sharing that
cutscenes.
which I've gathered with all who might listen. Perhaps you would care to listen. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them.
The 1,000 Tomes is a comprehensive compendium of Valestian lore, covering everything from basic term to important person, geography, and history. And new information is consistently added to close progression through the story through past lore.
I have a few new notes that might interest you.
Love the sprites.
You wish to study the tomes?
Okay, so we've got I think we've already read all of this. Reunited. Okay, we've already got that one. Unless we didn't get it. Right, it says at the cost of... Oh, that's Royal Night Lord Command. I thought that was the one that was the Dragoon. Killed. Woliad. Ego Kupka. Just gotta get rid of these blue marks. Cannot stand blue marks or like exclamation marks saying that we've got to talk to them. Okay, there's a lot of these. We clearly missed these when we had the opportunity. I've never read about Avis. A lot of characters we've already met. So, this one here is my theory on the villain of the game. Lay of the land. Lot to do. Did I not get any of this? Didn't get the Dragoon or anything? I mean, I did, without clicking it, though. Right, more of these. Okay, crystals might be interesting though. One of the most valuable materials known to mankind, thanks to the ability to channel ambient ether from the air, allowing those without an innate power to do so to cast magics. And as most Valestians cannot live without magic, its supply and distribution is heavily regulated by governments across the Twins. A given shard only can channel a certain amount of ether before it shatters. The need for new crystals is, it says, priming. An act of dominant transforming their living flesh into that of an icon. Dominants often prime during times of war, using immense strengths of the icon to turn the tides of battle. Though it is usually done deliberately, dominant remaining in the control of the icon can, even when primed, on occasion, a dominant will lose control of their powers and see the icon run riot. I love that the bard has a note. Good old bard. Second icon of fire. Fire aspected icon. First emerged in the year of the realm 1860, when Imperial forces attacked the Rosarian stronghold in Phoenix Gate. Clad in an infernal flame, the fiendish creature flung itself against the Phoenix, overpowering the icon with strength and ferocity never seen before since. The Warden of Fire, last seen of the night of the Imperial invasion of the Phoenix Gate in 860, when the young Joshua Rosfeld lost control of his powers. I like how the people who can use magic are the lowest rung of the society. Yeah, and the others have to pay for it. Yeah. But it's also then the people that can use it are used as slaves from the people that are rich. So, yeah, that's just problems as well. Phoenix first awoken amongst the motes of fire, and ancient tribes who dwelled in the western reaches of storm. The careful preservation of the bloodline among the Rosarian nobility ensured that the dominant would always be born on the Duke of Iron. Warden of Ice, whom Jill Warwick is the current dominant. Her glacial aspect and the ability to conjure boreal boulders, ether, Shiva appearance on the battlefield makes her enemies' blood run cold. I love that Gygus was just a fat goblin. Favoured steeds are the people of Valastia. While they mainly bred for riding, those are used to pull wagons, and some are even eaten. The boldest and the bravest are put forward to use in the military. They are intelligent and fiercely loyal creatures, and tend to tolerate only their master's attention, while chocobos are no less vigilant. Readily attack anyone who perceives them to be a threat. Anyone who isn't carrying a fistful of Geishel greens, that is. I like how people... Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I consider something like that in the D&D rule set I was putting together. Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. That'd be really cool. Foul cocktail of bile and partially digested prey that accumulates within these giant carnivorous plants' bellies. Makes their breath so spectacularly rancid that it's used as a weapon to repel would-be attackers. Morbils favour more humid climes, such as the found in the volcanic isles of the Iron Kingdom. However, the spread of the blight has driven the mobile flora to cooler areas such as the swamp of Rosaria. Thalasis, or Stolacers? Owls capable of transmitting the thoughts of others, specifically those whom they are attuned. In response to an ancient incantation, their lithified third eyes stores the thoughts of the former Aether. These are fucking big words.
You are always welcome, Clive.
Okay, we'll obviously get a trophy for collecting all of that. Side quest for this dude. Kenneth!
Ah, a new face. And, dare I hope, a willing pair of hands. The fat chocobo is a
Always looks angry.
mistress, and we are too few to keep her on her feet.
That's
Might I
good.
persuade you to deliver a meal or two to souls in need of sustenance? For your trouble, I can offer you the contents of my strongbox and my enduring gratitude.
I don't see why not.
I don't see why not.
Marvelous. And who exactly do I have the honor of addressing?
Clive.
Delighted to make your acquaintance, Clive. I'm Kenneth, and mine are the weary shoulders upon which the weight of this fine establishment rests. Now, I have
He is
3
far
hungry
too
customers
happy.
awaiting their victuals. Take these if you would, and be careful.
Victuals?
They're hot.
Quite like that little
Oh, meal. How
jingle.
long has it been? Your food.
I was hoping it might be. Well, doesn't this look fine? Thank you, lad. You're new, aren't you? Kenneth's running you ragged already, I expect. The old rat.
I didn't even get Kenneth.
Well, he did say he'd give me something for my trouble.
And so he should. We're not slaves anymore. Well met, lad. And keep up the good work.
I love there's just a Geordie in the bar. I mean, it's a bar, so you're gonna find a Geordie.
Yeah.
Oh, my thanks. I hope you do not think me lazy for waiting to be served like a lord. Only my former master did not use me kindly, you see. He left me half lame, truth be told. But Sid took me in nonetheless.
Oh, bless him. Got a very big nose.
The hideaway is the home I never knew. And a mighty fine one at that.
Lonely, are we, August?
Kind of thinking maybe I don't run around. Because the food will get hit, like, spill everywhere. Young.
Well, well. There's so much more to farming than just seeds and soil.
Probably a Greg's around the corner, you're right.
Your food.
Just a moment. I need to finish this. I won't be a burden. I'm of no use to anyone as I am, but maybe if I can master this.
All right, but see that you eat it before it gets cold.
Of course. Thank you.
That's the last one.
Okay, let's go and get my
Better let
reward.
Kenneth know.
All done, I presume? Splendid.
They were bearers. All 3 of them. Not slaves waiting upon their master's pleasure, but men waiting to be fed like equals.
Indeed, equality is the very cornerstone upon which our little community is founded. Beyond these walls, we are scorned as
Isn't
slaves.
everyone
Speaking
bearer
only
in here,
when
though?
spoken to,
Well, very,
eating
very much
only what
most of them.
scraps our masters deign to give us. The first hot meal here is the first many will have known. In the hideaway, we are free. Truly free to speak as we please, when we please, and to eat what and when we desire. More than reason enough to trust in Sid's vision, wouldn't you say? Now, I promised you something for your trouble, did I not? The contents of my strongbox are yours to do with as you will.
You should
Thank
survive
you,
in a
Clive.
guild, isn't it?
Do come and visit me again, won't you?
Coming on to me. I think Kenneth's coming on to me. Can you talk shit about the hideout too? I mean, you just say speak as you please. Hey, we've got 10 wire out. That means we can craft something. Because we needed to craft something with that. Oh no, I think that's a +2 actually. We've already got a +2. Badge of metal. There's a badge of metal. Defense by 10, I'll take that. Okay, we've got another quest over here. Go and get it.
I heard they escaped their masters in the Imperial capital.
This whole
Jeffrey Head Carpenter. What a name.
Damn it. We'll be needing more wood. But if I step away to fetch any, this lot will be down around our ears. Ah, you there. Perfect timing. I couldn't persuade you to fetch me some timber, could I?
I really blocked it.
I'd be happy to.
Oh, thank you. You'll be helping me and the hideaway both. Takes a lot of work to keep this place standing. More than we can manage, if I'm honest.
It certainly looks like you've got your hands full.
Ah, you can say that again. That's why the wall...
No, I suppose not.
Ask over it. Thanks again.
Not too bothered about this little side quest, dude. So, and the conversation he's got. They couldn't have thought of like 2 of the dullest side quests possible for first 2 side quests in this game. Let's serve some people in a bar. And let's get some wood.
Excuse me. The man working over by the garden sent me to fetch some wood.
Ah, that'll be Jeffrey, Master Carpenter. Luck would have it, we've just finished cutting the timber he's after. You take as much as you need from the stack.
Thank you.
No, not at all. We appreciate the assistance.
His voice isn't to him.
Here we are. I'd better get this to... Jeffrey, was it?
Was Jeffrey, well remembered. I suppose it's more like Clive just becoming normalized with the situation that these people that were slaves are now living free.
You're back. Hope fetching that wood wasn't too much trouble.
Oh yeah, I ran miles for it.
Will this be enough?
This will do nicely, thank you. With a bit of luck, the walls won't be falling in on us just yet.
That sounds ominous.
Oh, it's not as bad as all that. And it's a damn sight better than the alternative. We're safe, we're warm, and we're hidden. What more could we ask for? Now stop fretting and take this. You've earned it. Welcome to the fold.
I didn't say I was going to get any rewards, but okay.
There's no need to.
That's not a matter of need, my friend. You're one of us now.
He didn't actually say how much I was getting for this. Just 5 experience. Final Fantasy 12, 14 quests. Yeah, I guess they are. Hey, Paul, how you doing, dude? Welcome in. Happy Friday to you as well, pal. Weekend's only just beginning. It'll be a good one. Better than me working, not enjoying work this week. It's been the dullest weekend I have imagined in so many. And yeah, I'm looking forward to chilling with Missy. Oh, nice, missed something. That's sweet. Arit stone. Arit stone. Customizable virtual battlescape provides Clive a safe location to test out new abilities, train against all matter of enemies. Additional options will become available as Clive progresses through the story. Hall of Virtues. Hone your battle skills in the training arena. Guess so. Yeah, we definitely don't. It would be cool if we did, but with no reason for it. Hall of Virtues is a fully customizable battle skate that provides space to celebrating. Okay.
That's enough.
We get any experience from it? Yes, we do.
Stay down.
After work at 12 yesterday when swimming. Oh, sweet. Okay. Fine with that. Got off work 12 yesterday, went swimming yesterday and today. Gonna barbecue with the family tomorrow. Sweet. Sounds good. In events where it's the longest day in summer, probably we might be able to see sunlight 24 hours. Summertime Northerns have the longest days and the winter's smallest days. A little light there is, explains the meaning of the event. Okay, cool. I haven't swum in a long time. Thank you, pal. Appreciate that.
Leaving already, are ya?
It's you I'll miss the most, Lady Karen. It always is.
Don't stop you going, does it?
This should be fun.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I used to, I almost had a scuba diving license when I was younger, a PADI license. I really wish I'd kept that up. One day, maybe I'll get a PADI license again. I did enjoy swimming. So long since I've been. World map. To instantly travel to previously introduced locations. Fine. Can we pat your dog now? You make a dog as a character and you don't allow it to be petted.
There's a good girl. Hungry, are you?
Yeah, it's called a PADI license. Basically means you can scuba dive anywhere. If you've got your own kit, obviously. How do people celebrate this? Some cities celebrate by burning big piles of wood near lakes. We go to work as normal. No one mentions it. Go home. Sleep. That's how the UK treat that day. We don't really celebrate anything. It's really depressing. I mean, we had the longest day. It doesn't really affect you anyway.
Bastard blood flies everywhere.
I told you we should have taken the
It's
crystal road.
horrendously boring this week. Horrendously
I told
boring.
you we're outlaws.
Yeah. One of the directors is away Thursday and Friday. But it's every department are just dead right now. We don't have enough work coming in. Not good. I can't last much longer having nothing to do every day. It drives me insane. It makes me so tired. But yeah, it's not good. Wednesday, the summer solstice, and they just have a long week, random day off in the middle. Oh right, the day off. Yeah, apart from Christmas, fitness don't celebrate much. You have better lives, definitely better lives in the UK. You probably don't. You probably just I don't know. It just feels like it's shit right now. The vast forest of the southwestern part of Sandbreak Sambrake. Wildlife thrives here, but delicately balanced ecosystem has been thrown into disarray in recent years by the encroachment of the blight and the beasts driven before it. So dangerous has it become that travelers rarely venture here. Here's Sid, like, blood flies, dang it, and then Japanese is like, fuck, again. One went into my mouth.
It still exists as a miracle in itself. Blood flies and all.
We'll be back in Imperial land soon. You alright?
Never better.
Sounds like it.
Oh, petting the doggo out of camp.
That there is a fine hound. Soon took to hunting. Fearless as you like.
It's good to have you back, Torgal.
Now, we don't want to be caught in the forest after nightfall.
I suppose not.
Okay, fanning embers. Torgal has joined the party and will fight alongside Clive. Use the toggle between item shortcut and peg commands, the following 3 commands. Ah, right, okay. That commands, toggle. Wait. Oh, okay. Use that to toggle between it. Sick as attack, heal, cast cure on Clive. Ravage, launch an enemy into the air. An accessory known as the Ring of Timely Assistance removes the need to give Torgal commands. When this item is equipped, Torgal will attack and heal automatically based on your current battle situation.
Did I mention there'd be deadly beasts? There'll be deadly beasts. Nothing a trained assassin can't handle, though.
How reassuring.
You're welcome. For that and the shortcut.
Hey, little lizard. Hey, little lizard. I reckon they're not giving you a mini-map just so no one sees how linear the game is. You can't see a path off to the side, no one's gonna moan about it.
Maybe they're friendly like Torgal. Or maybe they don't.
Over here. Stay down. You know what to do, boy. There, boy. Don't let them get away.
Oh, okay, we kicked it. We kicked the dog.
Sick of Torgal.
Okay, level up in normal battle. Okay, cool. It does, but it also hides that.
We still have a way to go.
Because right now, it is pretty linear. I don't want... you tend to, when you get games like this, they either go too linear or completely open. And open just completely throws me. It's too much. So, I'll take a linear game over that. But then the story is flowing that way as well. Rather than you just getting lost in stuff that you're probably not supposed to explore yet. Oh, wow. Is that an Adamantoise?
What in good Grieger's name is he doing this far south?
Looking for food. No more wolves where he's from. The north was one of the first parts of Storm to fall to the blight.
Poor sod. I'd invite him over for a cup of tea if I didn't think he'd eat the dog.
It kind of tortoise-like. It's not... I mean, it looked... Before it showed its, like, full spiny body, it looked like the Final Fantasy X ones inside Sin.
Remember when I said there'd be deadly beasts? Well, the shrubs in these parts are much better.
And you only think to mention this now?
Don't let them get away. That's enough. Sick of Torgal. Give them all you've got, boy. Get him, boy. Torgal.
Well,
We may as well.
I'll take it from here.
Honestly, we may as well just keep Torgal's ability like on there, on the left, on the bottom corner. More of a spiny lizard it was. It was cool. I was kind of hoping that we'd be like Final Fantasy VII Remake, where you can switch between people.
Thank you
But it seems like we're controlling one person, everyone else just does their thing. Other than using Doggo to just like attack sometimes.
The ruins. They're everywhere, aren't they?
Yeah, I was just using it because I may as well use it because it has a quick count, timer.
Some say there was a time they blocked out the stars. Down was the only way left for them to go. There's probably a lesson to be learned from that. But it can wait. Come on. Mind your head.
I hope so. I adored the Final Fantasy VII Remake combat, so if it's anything like that, then when we get more team members. Do sharp things. Okay, music stops, so we've got a boss. It's good. Yes, it's really good. It slows down quite a lot. It slows down to like a crawl sometimes though. And then speeds up and it's absolutely insane.
Wyvern. I can see that. Doesn't have to be a friend of yours, does it?
But when it speeds up, it's insane. It's so good.
Sick of Torgal.
Yeah, it's just the way it is. Just very different so far.
Get him. Don't let them get away. My wounds, boy.
How much does that heal me for? Not much at all. Okay. Oh, it's like a slow regen kind of heal.
That's better. Sick of Torgal.
Okay, it's awkward to say the thing I'm struggling with. Is getting used to so many different things. There are so many different buttons to press and different controls. Like,
a little help. Not this time. Sick of Torgal. Not this time.
it's almost like I need an extra controller to do all of the abilities on one controller.
Get him. Over here.
Got hit a lot there. Was a bit messy. So you've seen more than this now, Bass, have you? Because yesterday, when I got to that point, you were like, oh, I've not seen any more. And now you probably watched it all day.
Must be a nest nearby. Keep your eyes open.
It's a nice design. The monster as well. Yeah, that was at least a nice transition. Usually there's ones you crawl against the wall are just like
well,
so long.
It appears we won't be going this way.
You heal me out, Bao? No. Oh, right, okay. What, like further down the line?
I'll admit I hadn't counted on that.
They're like they're loading screens, basically. They're hidden loading screens. That's fine. Ooh, hello. Right, Fable.
At least one of us knows these woods.
Why trust your animal instincts when you can have an actual animal at your side? If you're lost, hold down L3 and let Torgal point you in the right direction.
Thank you, Torgal.
Okay. Making sure we're not missing anything before we go into the Torgal way. Music's lovely. I say that because there's a lot of shimmering and stuff between each other.
Well, they look not too happy. And for once, it's not my fault.
Well, that's good.
My wounds, boy.
Oh, nice. We get up in the air. Where ages then?
This is stupid. I like wolves.
This is stupid.
Stay down.
Punish you. Punish 10 emas. Oh, okay. On the ground. Okay.
It's over. Get him, boy. A little help.
Try not to heal.
Doesn't mean I have to like it.
No. No,
This is so stupid. I love him. You fletch at least, yeah. Yeah, we got our potion back. Good. We would have used one automatically when we saw that, found that. 2 bloody hides. Bloody hides. Boss room. Spiny lizard friend. Actually looks like a pony devil lizard that I really wanted one. They're a bit like a Euromastix lizard. You are cool.
Sword sharp.
You better hope so.
This shouldn't take too long.
Fafnir,
So much
okay.
for your shortcut.
What? It's still short, just not quite as quick. But it'll be a damn sight quicker if you help me.
My thoughts exactly. Not this time.
Sick of Torgal.
Yeah. I feel he can only heal me what I've got on that side thing, you know that? So it like a Bloodborne heal almost. Yeah, this is hard. It's usually high potion actually.
Get him.
Yeah. What's that one? Land 15 shift strikes or shift shots.
Sick him, Toggle. Get him.
Here we go, okay. Shift shots. Yeah, I think that was the move that I've not done yet. Yeah.
Sick him, Toggle. There, boy. Give them all you've got, boy.
Aye, someone's got the up. Where he stops, no one knows.
Not this time.
Oh, okay.
Not if we kill him first.
It is tough.
Get him, boy.
After this fight, we need some more potions. It's that roll that keeps getting me with, because they're always in a really awkward position when it happens.
This time.
Again, every time the roll. I dodged that.
My wounds, boy.
My wand, boy? Give me my wand, boy. Again, I dodged that, but okay. I think I'm spamming the dodge too much. I think that might be my issue here. Rather than timing it. There we go, okay. Need to watch for the telegraphs. It's obvious when it's gonna roll. It's, yeah, I suppose it is. But it also looks like it's a swing. It has the same like sight. Referring to the Phoenix shifts, said shifts, which is a melee strike, and end, which is also a shot. Okay. Right, yeah. Nald scale and 40 Wyrites. Cool. Use a lot of healing there. Really do need a mage in the team. Oh, okay. Maybe some kind of mythical beast or something.
Come on. Stand back.
Oh, it's Clive that does it. He's a dominant. I thought it was Doggo. Not Clive. Not Clive. Sid. Got the names wrong. Don't worry, I knew what I meant.
You're dominant.
Nice little click at the end.
I am. Aye. Well, not by choice, mind. Whole bloody realm of strapping young lads. And it was this sorry sack of bones Ramu saw fit to
Definitely. Drops to his knees after battle a lot, doesn't he? What Clive does.
Sid, you say you want to help dominants and bearers. Well, what's in it for you?
What's in it for me? The same as for all of us. What we want and deserve. Save for our knack, dominants and bearers are no different from anyone else. The ability to use magic or summon great beasts should command respect, but instead has left us outcasts. Our kind are used and discarded like tools, yet we are men, so why must we die as less?
I see. So what you're saying is you want to start a war.
You flatter me, lad. But my days as a firebrand are long behind me. No, I only wish to offer our kind a choice. A place where we can die on our own terms.
My controller vibrated when he hit me there. Felt like I was being pushed around by Sid. Okay with it as well. Oh, poor guy. What a hug. He grew so big, he could be someone's pet. Could have been our pet.
Clive, what exactly do you plan on doing when you find this dominant of fire?
What do you think? I'll show him the mercy he showed my brother. And cut out the tongue of any man who tries to talk me out of it.
All right. Forest dark enough as it is.
Okay, flying ones.
There, boy! It's over.
The jumping's a bit odd. Because you don't actually jump that high. Yet the enemies are much higher than you. So that's gonna get a bit of getting used to. Saw the blur motion blur there. Let me go around there.
Sick of trouble.
Yeah, did I collect the item? What's it done? Oh no, it's over here.
See that river? We follow her upstream and we'll be in Lost Wing in no time.
In no time.
Okay, I actually don't want to do that yet. I must... feels like I missed some stuff. Oh, maybe I didn't. The dash effect really does remind me of like Noxus's power, you know, in Final Fantasy 15. Where you can like dash to places. It works well with flying things. Level up, okay. Yeah, yeah. But I was struggling to reach them, so it's best just to aim and then, you know, like, do it that way. I don't know if this is a shortcut or an item or this is no map. Round in circles, okay. I do find it very weird not having a map. I liked. Wait, you didn't have to do it in 15 either. I used to speed up getting around. Yeah, but sometimes it would do it in like cutscenes and stuff. But no. I like Noctis' teleport idea. Yeah, I did. I really like that. Good. It would be useful here. Pretty useful, actually. Bit of a wyvern, but in a fight with other things. Okay. Deal with the little dudes first. Always deal with the adults.
You know what to do, boy. Not this time.
Nice.
My wounds, boy.
What did he say there? My one boy. Is he actually saying that? Funny how the longer I play the game, obviously it's not funny, but I'm like better with the controls just by playing it for like half an hour. I was like really rusty with the controls, and now I'm not. Good. Good. My wounds boy. Right, okay. My wand boy. Oh, a chest.
Quiet.
Varagana.
The Royal Scout.
Someone's far from home.
Let's follow him.
Yeah, he's clearly going to be a party member. Love the doggo sneaking as well. Good doggo.
And?
Yeah, they do, don't they? Oh, Benedicta here. Oh, he's definitely not going to be a party member.
They're just down that way. All of them. Grieger's my witness.
Excellent.
Oh, no.
We move.
As in our home base?
I don't understand. Have I not proven loyal?
It is true my liege values loyalty above all else. But were you not quick to betray your countrymen for the promise of coin?
Clearing the leaves.
Benedicta Harmon, commander of Walood's elite intelligence.
So she is one as well.
If we can capture her...
You! Weapons on the ground, Imperials!
No, I don't think so. I think we'll fight. Big dude in the middle, though.
Let's get this over with, then.
Sid just punched them.
At least they're not giant lizards.
Why don't leave me on the wind?
Midnight Raven.
You know what to do, boy. Well done, Torkel. Fruit is sin.
That was cool. Okay, when a screen flashes orange during a pivotal moment in battle, rapidly press R1. Okay. R1's a weird one because obviously the combat would have been X usually.
Behind you.
Okay, this is a cool fight. Ooh, okay. Where are you?
You know what to do, boy. My wounds, boy. Don't let them get away.
Oh, my sword's gone.
Not this time.
These combat bits are really cool. Like, seamless combat, like, transitions. Nice. They're really cool. Yeah, that was a really cool fight. That really was. Badge of Might. Attack increases attack by 7. Wait, did we just... We can pick all those, right? We didn't just make a choice.
They thought we were Imperials.
Well, you do look the part. Though you fight like a true shield of Rosaria. And one blessed by the Phoenix at that.
I wish my controller would stop vibrating every time Sid hits me. It's on my lap, Sid.
Speaking of which, I wonder, does the other icon of fire give blessings, do you think?
You don't believe me?
And lo, the Creator did make of the elements 8 icons to serve as keepers of the one law. Not that I've ever set too much store by holy doctrine, but on that point, it's clear. Fire has always had just the one warden, as of all the rest. A new one can't be born until the previous dies, and even that can take years. The thing is, you don't strike me as a liar.
Why would you lie about something like that?
Which leaves but one person who might be able to shed some light on the matter. And they're in Lost Swing.
I was worried that guy gave up that,
friends, I would imagine.
that camp that we were just at.
Hurry before it gets dark.
But what if someone discovers the bodies?
Well, and they'll be sorely disappointed.
Okay, it's got a little bit of blood on him. Stage replay and arcade mode are now available in the hideouts. Arita Stone. Why you'd want to redo them. Wait, is that like left a... Is it gonna tell me if there's like a side quest there or anything? Oh, it is telling me there's new extra things though. That means new, doesn't it? Step back as we can. Level up, find if you missed anything, enjoyed fights, scrap the material. I mean, you wouldn't level up on a test fight, would you?
Want? Go on then.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for like redoing battles that you enjoyed. That's cool, but it seems like a little bit of a pointless ad. On fights like that, anyway. That was a cool fight. Don't get me wrong, but
I'll be thankful you got that much.
know what I want this game to have? I know what I want this game to have. Fishing. Doesn't look like it's got it. Really good if it doesn't have fishing. Oh, I heard that Starfield doesn't have fishing. Starfield has everything under the sun, and yet they thought, nah, people don't want fishing games. I'm so good that Starfield doesn't have fishing. Am I the only one that's good about that? Probably.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
But I am good.
You'll not find a better price than that.
I love fishing games. Right, so we've got you, babe. That tickled me. Part.
I see I'm busy here.
Remember, this is what made people... Made by people who made Final Fantasy, so I guess... I mean, that's got fishing, so why doesn't this have fishing? This might have fishing, I don't know. It probably doesn't. But it might have. Yeah, I know, but they learnt from that. Yeah, that's good. Look at that.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
can upgrade it as well.
You can thank me later.
Rest to the 5s. Craft or upgrade 5 pieces. Iron Belt 2 we can do as well. Lower. Traveler's Band +1.
My best work, but it'll do.
Traveler's Band 2. I don't know if I want to be using all these meteorites actually. But yeah, let's use it.
Yeah, that should do you.
So we've got a broadsword +2. Already got the broadsword.
That it? Fine.
Is that it? We've done loads there. We've upgraded that to +2, upgraded that to +2, and our broadsword's +2. There's a lot of 14 things in this game I've noticed. Yeah, I've seen a lot of 14 in this as well. Mainly like the character design, the faces have a 14 look to them. Not gonna lie, I'm tired of fishing another crowd doesn't feel useful. One thing make it useful then. Make it fishing related and make it like cook. You have to, I don't know, you have to cook the food to survive and stuff like that. Am I the only one that would be interested in that?
There's a good girl.
Hungry, are you?
Yeah, but make it so you have to use them to be able to craft potions or something. I don't know. Make it different. I mean, if I played Final Fantasy XIV, I would have just maxed out fishing. You'd just see me on a lonely Saturday night. It'll just be me and the fishing rod for hours.
So much for arriving before sunset.
Oh, I didn't realize we were this close. Any idea what that is they built the village around?
The fallen ruin. I've heard some call it an airship. Though its flying days seem to be behind it.
There's always an airship.
You truly think a dominant's waiting for us in that village?
My scout has never given me any reason to doubt him. Which is why I think we should hurry. Come on.
Ah, like a waystone, okay. 14 crafting jobs are ridiculously in-depth. Yeah. Also the best parts of DMC. Flavors. I played a bit of DMC at 5 and it was really good. DMC 5, sorry. It was really good. And then it disappeared from Games Pass a long time ago. That's how long ago I played it and I never went back to it. Yeah, I was never a huge fan of the older ones. Oh, so we get maps of these places. Okay, I'm happy with that. A little bit of an open world area. Okay, I take back what I said before. Take it back. DMCA 5. Wait, why don't we just like start sprinting faster? Bless me.
Figures up ahead.
But are they friends or foes?
Probably foes. I think the old ones are great for their time, but modern day level design, not the greatest. I mean, I might replay them at some point. I feel like playing DMCA 1 and 2 would be pretty good. Well, maybe not 2. 2's terrible, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. It's like one small bit. That's why I said it was forgivable. Because it's less linear now. Do you know what I mean? I've got all of this. I know it's not massive. It's just a little bit. But I'm guessing this is why the super sprint has turned up. going full near automata now. Did I say it? You did it. You did this.
You're finished. Stay down.
You did this. Okay. Why can't I make a farm and have my own vineyard? I know. I say joke. I was only looking for someone else to blame.
Another step. You know what to do, boy. Don't let them get away. That's enough.
More
Yeah,
looters.
to be honest,
But why?
for the most part, the enemies in this game are reasonably
You're welcome
easy.
to ask the next ones we meet. Let me know how it goes.
The bosses are obviously a little harder, but you can kind of just walk through them without even really thinking about it. I think we've explored it. There's a little bit at the top of here, though. With this. Oh, no, we haven't done all this. It does make sense, yeah. It keeps the story flowing as well. It's almost like a turn-based combat, like one's appeared on the open world map.
There, boy. Stay down.
Okay. We're leveling up more today than we have in the whole game so far. Because this area reminded me of Hogwarts for some reason, this door reminded me of Hogwarts, I pressed the left button, which brings the potions out, which is Revelio in Hogwarts. And I was thinking, oh, a new location. Yeah, I think we're done in this area. Revelio. Holy Empire of Sunbriquet. It's a very small empire.
No sign of the royalists.
Or anyone else for that matter. It's too bloody quiet. Even for this hour.
What do we do now?
First we look for my scouts. You start here, I'll circle round the back.
How do I let you know if I find him?
I can
question.
Shout. Subtle.
Quest destination, questination. Love it.
I don't even know what he looks like.
That's true. Someone that doesn't attack us.
The village can't be completely abandoned, can it?
Is that a zombie? That's Sid, okay. It's not a zombie. The way it's like making out it's gonna be abandoned or something.
That sounds like a child.
It's over there, so we're gonna go explore up here. I'm liking the build up with the music here. I like that our faithful hound is now following me around. I know it's been following me around the whole time, but nice. It does sound like, yeah, it feels like a trap. It's a trap! I do like to think that Pedro Pascal's eating a crisp sandwich there. Guess there's nothing really to explore. I think the sound effect's been added in by somebody for the gear. He's in a box!
It's all right. I'm not one of them. My friend and I, we're with the Imperial Army. And we've come to help. Do you know where your parents are?
In the church.
Then I'm going to find them.
Emotional damage!
Can you stay hidden here?
I thought she was gonna go behind you. That's smiling.
Church, then.
Is it Resident Evil 4?
Assassin!
It's so loud. Necessarily loud. We're gonna have to make all of those commands, so it'll be exclamation mark kick, for example, because I'll be eventually testing out the waters on YouTube and eventually kick itself. So I can't use channel point redeems on those other ones, so I have to change it more to commands. It means I could add more without, you know what I mean, clogging up the command thing. I'm going to be, yeah, I'm going to be testing out the water on it's worked before I started stream. I tested it and everything. Yeah, I posted on Discord a little while ago that I'm gonna have the option after I've done with this game is to do 2 streams on YouTube, 2 streams on Twitch a week, and I've been like debating which one's gonna be better between Kick and YouTube. This is they're doing some things on Twitch that I don't believe in, and it doesn't seem to be improving any way, shape or form the content creator. And they just seem to be taking things away from the content creator rather than adding anything that the people have been asking for God knows how long. I just realised I've been ranting as Pixar. My link will be on Discord to post to the links when we actually do stream on YouTube and stuff. And at the moment, it's just an idea, not going to happen necessarily. It's just something I've been thinking about for a while. be honest, I don't know what feels best right now, so that's why I'm struggling with the idea.
This man's gonna die if we don't get into a healer.
Enough of your barking, dog!
About time.
Stand back.
Pretty useful.
Who the hell are you?
Clive!
Right, shout it.
Thought you weren't coming.
You still alive, Gav?
Barely.
Yeah.
Been
What are
doing
these
what I
like
can for
really
the
common,
villagers, but
like British names?
I thought you were joking.
It's all right. He's with me. Is this everyone?
no, there were others. A pair of royalists
back
came
is
for
hurting
the
today.
bearers just before you arrived.
Was a dominant among them?
Maybe. It's not like he was holding a sign.
I'll give you one guess where he's going. Clive, after him.
Do I have to actually chase him down? Oh, I do. Okay, this is cool. Here's where a super sprint would have come in useful. That does super sprint doesn't trigger now.
Any word from the scouts?
Oh, Benedictus there. Shit.
Not yet, my lady, but we have the dominant's companion. It's only a matter of time before we seize our quarry.
Very good. And what of the others?
The bearers have been taken to Caer Novent.
Some may still be worth keeping should the dominant elude us.
Right. I've got Lost Wings. The Royal Intelligences. An elite unit of Royal Knights by Wayload, led by Benedicta Harmon, who's led clandestine incursions deep into the territory of the enemy nations for myriad purposes, espionage and assassination, chief amongst them. Commander of the kingdoms, the Wayload elite intelligences, and the true scholar of the blade, leads her loyal minions to the front. After attending the negotiations of the Dalmex and the stronghold, where she crushes the hope of the Republican army while encouraging those of Hugo Kuptka. She parted company with a liege lord in order to lead a secret incursion into Imperial territory.
It was in hand, my lady.
She can use magic though, so it's very intriguing.
I give you my word.
Gentlemen, a toast!
Will you join me? My thanks.
To Our Lady of the Wind and the King!
Ugh. Imperials drink this piss?
Well, it would go some way to explain their breath.
Lady Benedicta! Imperials!
Oh no. Now just run into it.
And instead of killing them, you lead the rats straight to us.
Mercy.
Look what we have here, boys.
This is me running into the fight,
An
yeah.
Imperial bearer. Good. I was getting bored.
Wind. Okay, the wind dominant. okay.
Where did...
Dance, Chirag!
What is that thing?
This means what I think it does.
Sid has some explaining to do.
You know what to do, boy. A little help.
I do really like the music and the fights.
This time. Sick of Toggle. Better be on your way, Sid.
Nice. Okay, we're just about to do a big move, isn't it?
Get him. Give them all you've got, boy. You lose.
Nice, okay. Down, well easy. Using crafting. Increases healing potency of potions by 20%. Okay, that's not bad. That was just like a minion-averse though, wasn't it?
You've got some fight in you, even for a branded.
Clive!
Look who's here to save the day. Is this how you recruit all of your charges?
Don't recall you complaining, Benedicta.
So, Sidolphus.
I mean, that didn't give it away for me. Maybe I'm missing something. Founder and leader of the Hideaway, where he and the comrades labor to liberate bearers and dominants for servitude, a life that Sid knows all too well. He bears the burden of being a dominant of Ramu. Why do you have to tell me that? It doesn't have to tell me that.
Mind me.
It's
Why
not been
was it that you
revealed yet.
betrayed your
Other than having
kingdom?
fun there. Could have been something else.
I asked you a question, Lord Commander.
Why? Because I'd had enough of you and your king's antics.
And yet here you are, stealing my branded. What are you plotting?
As if I'd tell you.
Yeah, I know. It could have been something else, though. Could have been... You know,
Lady Benedicta, we have secured the dominant.
Always something, isn't there?
she's really cool. I really like her.
And she's gone. Did she say
Oh,
why she was
right.
gone?
She summoned as something like previous Final Fantasy.
Then we head back to Lost Wing.
One
of the villagers may have heard something.
But we can't just...
Which is why I sent Gav.
Oh, okay.
The man has a nose for these
Quincycoatl.
things.
Is that how you say the word? Quincycoatl? Right, it's a hard word to say. Total. The only one I can think of that's wind.
wasn't about bearers at all. They were looking for a dominant.
Yeah, that's right. I thought we were hiding the bastard.
Oh, that's lightning,
Any of
isn't
us
it?
would keep a monster
Okay.
like that under our roof. Oh, no offense.
When no,
No,
one
it's not wind,
talked,
is it?
they
It's lightning.
started rounding up everyone with a brain. And then everyone without one and all.
And locked you in the cellar, hoping sooner or later someone would break.
I don't know if I get the wind one, but yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll find out.
Things might have been different if you'd accepted my invitation.
Oh, don't remind us. We were all saying the same thing.
This is our home, innit?
I know that when we see it, it will be obvious to me.
Don't mean we weren't out.
Wait, who's the hooded? Whoa! Spoiler!
We can, though.
And that, I'll drink to.
Oh, come hear the tale of Lord Dion the Bold, whose tamed
Spoiler for me as well.
thousand unslain, the
So we're finding some issues with this thing.
100 full legions the young dragoon led,
Oh, that, okay.
and watched as a million foes turned tail and fled.
I mean, I just revealed a spoiler on the thing as well, because the Dominant of Fire is going to turn up.
Listen, Clive.
On here. Why is the Dominant of Fire here?
Revenge.
I'm not going to do that as much as I did, because there's 2 spoilers in the last half an hour.
13 years ago, I watched a dominant kill my brother right in front of me.
Unless it's because we're
And
talking
I
about
did
it now.
nothing. But now I can. I can kill the son of a bitch and bring peace to my brother's soul. After that, whatever happens, happens.
Fate. You're content to be its slave, then?
Didn't see that, but the ATL is telling what Clive knows, so it's not really a spoiler. It's actually, it's been like everyone that's in the scene though. So I was thinking that maybe he would appear, but it's more like the conversation was going on. Meanwhile.
His radiance would have
Norman.
us believe the Imperial host invincible. Yet here we find the Empire's cornerstone teetering on the backs of a handful of cowards and cutthroats. Well, Bahamut may lead 100 full legions. Could it be that the young prince defends a house of cards ready to topple at the slightest breeze?
So
Tell
as
me
revealed the
something.
Dominant of Fire.
Why do you not resist? Within you lies the power to slay gods. The phoenix perished in your flames. Yet you do not fight. You do not flee. You refuse your gift.
Talked about Bahamut, so just... Crystal fetters. A restraining device of the bearers and dominants uses precisely arranged and activated shards of crystal to disrupt the flow of aether through the flesh, thus preventing them priming. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Imperial stronghold located on the southern fringes of the Sambraco territory, far from the capital of Oriflamme. Flame? It occupies a key of strategic positions adjacent to the Crystal Belt, and it's suitably formidable and fortified as a result. Within its walls, there are living quarters, a church, a gale, and sufficient storehouses to see occupants through a lengthy siege. What is a gale? G-A-O-L.
Perhaps you are distracted. My offer still stands. Join us and you will be treated with the respect one of our kind deserves.
Ooh. Sharp sword. Jail, okay.
Lord Margrace, don't!
I'll give you a moment to consider your options.
Maybe I'm wrong, that the fire dominant maybe
be
not be the
gentle with
villain.
them.
Because it almost looks like a child underneath that.
Clive. Wake up. Gav's back.
Gav's back. Good old Gav. Gav, Clyde, and Sid. Lads' night out. Lads.
Canovant.
One of the Empire's outlying strongholds, though apparently not strong enough to keep out the Royalists. The captured bearers are inside. I'm sure of it.
He was, unless he's...
If Benedicta's orders are to stay in the shadows,
That's not the same
she
one.
won't be travelling with many men. Meaning, she'll be keeping
One
her
of the
prisoners
lads.
together.
I am one of
close
the
by.
lads.
Including
Little
the
miss.
dominant.
So,
You leave
we
us, or
find
you
a
just
way
been in the
into
bath?
fortress and conjure a bit of chaos.
What about me?
It's then at home, Gav.
Question, Gav. You will wait outside the care and guide those I free to safety.
And miss all the fun. Why can't he do that?
Clive doesn't have your nose. He'd stumble off a cliff before he even found the men.
Good
Come on,
bath.
Gav. You're the best man for the job.
Well, when you put it that way. Suppose I'd better scout ahead for any surprises. Don't you let him down.
Gav's a bit jealous that I'm getting to spend so much time with Sid.
All right. Shall we?
Not so fast. We wait until tomorrow.
But he's right there.
And if we leave now, we'll arrive just as the sun comes up. Maybe join the guards in breaking their fast. Come on, Clive. They only just took the place. They'll be there a while yet. We've got one chance at this. You don't want to waste it, do you?
No.
Gav wants Sid all to himself, he does. But I get Sid all to myself. That little wink, that was for me. Once we set up yours, little miss, we can do a command for your store as well. The Dead of Night. So it won't only be the Chozo Etsy store. It will be Missy Miss Creations. As the story progresses, new weapons and items will begin.
Now
Yeah.
that's settled. There's someone I want you to meet.
At this hour?
He's the owner of the tavern, and our best hope of getting a decent night's kip.
And we already talked to him. Merchant, okay.
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine.
Okay, meteorites are 1,000 each. That's fine. I was really worried that we'd use too many of like something really important. An idleness of the Empire Orchestrion role. That's a new song for the Hideaway. 40,000 for a new song. Sebastian's D&D voice. Let me hear it again in a second.
Keep fighting the good fight. Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine.
It
Keep
is,
fighting
dude.
the good fight.
It is. What can I do for you, love? Right, it doesn't look like there's anything. Oh, this is. Oh, this is the different town, isn't it?
Quentin, my good man. It seems we'll be spending the night.
I thought as much. Where do you find that one?
What, him? You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Quentin here is an old friend, one of his sympathetic to our cause.
Sympathetic. And he knows about your little sanctuary. I would never have guessed so many people were bent on setting us free. When last I checked, the mere thought would earn you a trip to the gallows.
I am well aware of the risks, as I am of the rewards.
And what could be more rewarding than your very own dominant of fire?
A dominant? Here? Now that I would like to see.
Meaning you haven't?
No, but nothing passes unnoticed in Lost Wing. Take your brand, for example. People will see that at once. And I need hardly tell you how they will greet the inquiries of a bearer. You
get rid of
are
it, maybe?
afraid your words will fall on deaf ears, as they have ever since the moment you were marked. Happily, I can provide a solution to
We
your
need a
dilemma.
tattoo remover.
As a favor to Sid, that is.
Or burn our face or something.
Take this. You will find it has the uncanny power to loosen tongues.
Let's see. Okay. See you
May
look
the
down.
mothers guide you.
Make people lie. Or tell the truth, I mean.
This might be Imperial land, but here in Lost Wing, it's his word that's law.
Make would do.
How?
You don't need to worry about that just yet. Trust me. Everyone in Lost Wing knows what that seal means, and what it means if they don't take note. Now we can sit here counting our blessings, or put them to good use and find that dominance. Your choice.
Let's see if this thing really works.
Okay, gather the information from the villagers. Okay, there's 2 villagers around. Are there any side quests just revealed whilst I was doing this?
Bloody cowards! Setting upon us after dark. I'd
All right.
like to see them try again when the sun's
Feisty
high.
Gamma. What a name.
That a hanged man I see? Master Quentin must think you're important. It was a good thing you done today, getting rid of those bastards. If you hadn't come when you did, I'd be on my way to Ash by now, along with the others. Poor buggers.
These others, was there a dominant among them? A dominant of fire?
Might have been, yeah. Royalists seem to think there was, anyhow. A thin bloke all swallowed up
An
in
old
his
word for
robes like one of
granny.
Grieger's churchmen.
Thought so.
Do you recall anything else about
Feisty
him?
Granny.
Only that he weren't alone. Was a young maid who went wherever he did, including the church, and wherever the Royalists dragged them both off to before you got here.
I see. Thank you.
And that's all you can remember. Think hard.
Ah. Master Quinton took a liking to you, I see. And there I was, thinking you were in bed with Sid. Wonder what Gav will have to say about this. Speaking of whom, if you see him, tell him thanks for looking after us. Now, what can I help you with?
I'm searching for a dominant of fire. Gav seems to think he might have taken refuge here.
We see a lot bearers around these parts. But I do seem to recall one who commanded the flame. Now, whether or not that makes him a dominant, I can't say. But the Waluders certainly took a keen interest in the poor sod.
Okay.
Did you get a look at him?
Didn't have a chance. One of the other bearers might have, though.
Thank you.
Quentin looks like name from Game of Thrones. Lord Bolton. He looks lewd.
I wonder if Sid's found anything.
Bam, bam, bam.
Tell me that scowl means you've got good news.
It still doesn't feel like a Final Fantasy. It's a bit of a shame, but it's still a really enjoyable game. Just a lot of silence in between.
A shady
Valid.
lad with a hood.
Oh, I
and
thought
his
you were,
equally shady lass.
thought you were coming on to Quentin.
Not much to go on. But I've been thinking, if our friend is a dominant, why not just burn the royalists to a crisp? There's a reason he's holding back, and I reckon he has something to do with his partner.
What makes you say that?
One of the villagers I talked to said the two were separated. If the Waluders have her, our dominants like to think twice before starting any fires. Whoever he is, he's shown himself to have a level head. He's careful, cunning, and he doesn't want to be found. This could spell trouble.
Yeah, it's very different from the traditional style, though.
Still,
I think maybe Final
there'll be
Fantasy
a whole lot
14
worse
is like
if we
this.
set
I
off
don't know.
after them
Maybe
with
that's why I'm
bleary
not
eyes
used
and
to it.
empty bellies. There should be a pair of pallets waiting for us back at the inn. Shall we?
Here's the one Bastian likes. Oh, hello, Quentin.
Now, about those beds.
Beds? I seem to recall your request being to spend the night. And for that, the floor will more than suffice.
Better than a wet rock, I suppose. My thanks, Quentin. Next time you're at the hideaway, our floor's all yours.
No need for thanks, Sid. This isn't an act of charity.
You don't say.
In exchange for my floor, I shall be requiring your services. The Royalists saw fit to erect a barricade across the road south when they occupied the village, and failed to remove it when they left. I expect it to be gone before you leave.
Expect it to be. Wow. Quentin's a bit of a cock, isn't he? Let's company night on the floor. You want to resub?
Well, that took longer than expected. First time dismantling the barricade? It gets easier, don't worry.
I won't.
If we leave now, we'll arrive at the care when the shadows are at their deepest. Unless you'd rather wait.
No more waiting.
Right, let's keep going.
Unless...
I know of another shortcut. You should be so lucky.
Alright, is there any side quests? Alright, definitely not through the church, is it? Oh.
Weep not, my children. Hope is
Okay,
not
someone said about Gregor.
Keep faith in your hearts, and the goddess Skriga will not.
Riga, sorry. Didn't mean to jump down. Only free for a certain amount of the game, though, isn't it?
back to me, my darling. I can't bear another night without you.
Oh, we had all these abilities, didn't we? We've not done these for a while. 656. Okay. Can't play through everything until you've cleared massive expansion. Okay. R2 immediately after another melee attack will deliver a close range magic burst. Thought we were doing that anyway, but okay, cool. 300. R1 and R2 swiftly close in. Yeah, I like that. And using the dash to get towards them. Oh shit, there's all these as well. Oh, there's just these ones. Okay, what is that? Oh, these are different magics. Okay. Didn't realize we could upgrade these. Oops. Completely free, so you can play through Heaven's Sword. I have no excuses. I have excuses. Time is the excuse. Ask you to pay for 2, or was it 3 latest expansions? Oh, okay. To be honest, if I was to play it, I would just take my time and just play through all of it. I wouldn't just like rush to the later ones. I don't know if I'd want the big boost they give you to be able to catch up with people.
If the Royalists were looking to take the care, they'd have posted sentries to prevent any unwelcome surprises. At least I would have.
Well,
yeah, exactly, yeah. Don't want that. Boom, boom.
Wrong way, friend. The village is behind
Told you.
Finished. Stay down.
So the double is that. That's cool. Okay. There's 4 expansions altogether so far. You don't have to boost. You could just switch to a job. I haven't leveled and played. It's just time, dude. It's just time. I would have played it. I just have no time to.
What are the Royalists?
Play games, let alone an MMO.
Why take a stronghold they've no chance of holding?
When they've no intention of holding it. The king is up to something.
The king?
Well, you don't think they're acting on a whim, do you?
So the king
This is one of
is
His
Bahamut,
Majesty's
right?
cunning stunts, and he sent his best to execute it.
They mentioned it before. I don't know if it's been confirmed. Couldn't think of anything worse, I'm afraid, sorry. Actually, I could, but...
It's over. Stay down.
Okay, I'm really liking this combo thing we got now.
I'll tell your lady you tried.
Streamers have a lot of content to do until they're done with it, and then people who are bored of the game, Yeah, I don't like the idea of that. It's just too much. Too much of the same stuff. I don't do the same stuff. But I never progress on streaming. I just switch my games up too much. Ooh, a glowing box. Right, okay, cool. Ooh, let's go up here, definitely. Oh, game, nothing here. I only get bored of the ARR. There's just too much to do. ARR? What do you mean by that? New acronyms.
Carnarvons.
Ooh, there it is.
Even when it isn't crawling with royalists.
Doesn't seem like it, no. I can't see photo mode anywhere. Yeah, I can't see it anywhere, I'm afraid. The base game, I'm just stuff to do. Oh, right, okay, I remember. Okay. Oh, look at that content. Oh, yeah, that's how you do it, bitches. Maybe not that. What a combo that was. Beautiful game. Yeah, I completely agree. Look at this building here. Wandering up. It's too serious to have like selfies and stuff. I think that might be it. I think that's what makes it feel a little bit different from other Final Fantasies. It's very, very serious. Well, that's nice of her. Oh yeah, that card game with Biggie. That's all I'd play. That and fishing.
Endeavour will require a bit more tact.
There's an old sluice that empties under the bridge. It should see us through to the lower levels of the care.
I was good at it on 8 as well.
Sid.
Got all the cards.
We both know why I'm here. But what is it that you want? Why would you risk your life for a handful of outcasts?
Yeah, we need a comedy character.
What you've been doing with their property.
They'd have my head in a box. But this isn't just about dominance and bearers, it's about all of us. What I want is to build
I saw a Moogle, and he disappeared on me.
But who you are. But our world isn't ready for a place like that.
Bit dark in the room.
So, until it is, I use the power I've been given to show people there is hope.
The imaginary Moogle. Love your spelling, Moogle. Mogal. Oh, shit. I don't think it's comedic enough. He's a bit like Balfia from 12.
Tell me about this, Benedicta.
The best and worst decision I ever made.
I don't have a problem with it. I just would like some kind of
Don't underestimate
cooling
the
off
Clive.
period
A
sometimes.
fight with her icon is not one you're likely to walk away from.
Garuda. Warden
Garuda.
of the Wind.
Okay, which one's that one from? Garuda. Okay. I do recognize the name. Considering there's only supposed to be 8 icons in the whole game, all of them are in a very small space area, aren't they? Everyone's just like overlapping. It's like, oh, there's another dominant. All right, dominant. Hey, dominant. They're everywhere. Not actually had a look out the rest of the map. The map's not actually that big. They're a lot bigger than this. There's a lot of like locations in it though. My question was, which game was Garuda from? I recognize the name, I just can't picture it. Probably from a lot of them.
The land has fallen. The eastern territories all but belong to the orcs.
I'll have my men ready to depart by noon.
Don't bother.
But what of the mines? Without adamantite...
The blight would have engulfed the mines ere long. Besides, you already have your orders.
Yes, my liege.
The dark swallows more of the realm with each passing
Okay, all
day.
of them then, basically.
The land starved of the ether that gives it life. And as the fringes
Oh, the
fade,
big flapping one in Final Fantasy X as well. The big one that you had to blind.
Desperate for their blessing. The war we wage for possession of that blessing, it breaks us from within, hastening us to our own destruction.
And so you do what
I
must be
am
done.
no pervert.
I unite the dominants.
Because that's so loud, I want to hear the cutscene.
That we may bring an end to the strife and found a new order to see us unto tomorrow. The world
got a nice back.
must be restored, and I will see it so.
You might have already had Zidolphus not betrayed us.
Him again. Lust you still for his embrace?
But... of course not. My liege. I serve you, and you alone.
I remember well the day you first entered these halls.
It's hard to
Your
turn them all off
pale
like that
hand
though.
pressed into his, as if he would never let go.
That was a long time ago. Yours is the only hand I need. Now and always.
Soon, my dear. Soon all will know whose hand it is that keeps them from falling into the darkness.
Hold me, my liege. Never let me go.
Basically a siren, isn't she?
One of our sentries has failed to report, my lady. Your orders?
Pull the men back inside the care, Geralf.
He is here, then.
Have them lead Sid and his little pet to the chapel. I shall entertain them there.
This is where the second part of the demo. This is a big...
So you've come for me after all.
How much did you show of this bit? Like, quite a lot, or? I'm really glad I didn't play that demo. It would have ruined that intro if I'd already played it. Oh, right, okay. Edwin.
That's a nice
Ooh.
trick. You'll have to teach me sometime.
That's what Joshua did. Very useful.
We should start with the dungeons. They may be holding the bearers there.
Sound plan. As long as we keep ourselves on this side of the bars.
Intro is fine since it literally starts the game. Yeah, no, but it's pretty intense intro. It did say that this section might differ from the final game. Okay, fair enough. Leader of the, okay, it was here he born in the land of the twins. Sid journeyed to Valastia as a sword for hire. It was here where he entered the service of Waylude, awakened as a dominant, and finally elevated to Lord Commander of the Royal Army. However, he was soon to abandon his post and Benedictia, and that he might instead create a world where bearers and dominants can die on their own terms.
In here. They're all empty.
And? You're gonna give up?
We're not going to leave them in these, are they?
Gate.
Need some help.
Don't make too much noise though. Oh, I thought he was going to do his lightning.
What do you think?
That I'm doing most of the lifting. At your leisure, Clive.
Good old doggo.
Did you hear that?
Unfortunately, yes.
May already be in the here. Find him and kill him.
Good news, lads.
Search is over.
Music though. Is it known for the shield of the place to have some powers, or is it like an unknown thing?
So, where to next?
I never played Final Fantasy 12, but apparently that's the time where Garuda became powerful. Powerful beat that we all know. Never mind, that was... Oh, that's an online one though, isn't it? Is it a big thing in Final Fantasy 14? Is that why I don't know it as a summon?
This door only leads to more royalists.
Because it's not summoned in 10. With your little description, you said 3, 7 as an enemy, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 as an enemy, 14 and 15. So it's a summon in 14 and 15.
Take your pick.
Oh, that's what you mean with as an enemy, right? Okay, yeah. Boss, yeah. It appears in 14's main content of the design. Everyone knows. Okay. I didn't even pay attention to what I'm supposed to be doing here. What am I supposed to be doing? Oh, right, okay. I remember Raidwall's tomb. I'm supposed to go... Oh, here, okay.
How about a window?
Bloody show off. Well, we found the Imperial garrison. Right where the Royalists left.
There's an item up here. If we can jump over that, so let's not do that just yet. Okay, it seems pretty forgivable that I don't know what the summon looks like then. All of that. Was it Siren in Final Fantasy VIII? That's where I was going in my head that she was going to be. The Siren? That one you can kind of get without... You can kind of miss it.
Damn it. They're everywhere. That's enough.
Was it? Oh, I didn't particularly like the summons in Final Fantasy 15, so I probably didn't pay attention to them. They kind of just appeared. Yeah, I mean they looked cool when they appeared, but they weren't like how they usually are. They don't tend to like change too much, it seems. This is the place that needs a map. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, this dude again. Oh, a similar dude. I really enjoyed fighting this dude last time. Firehound. Execute and land 5 precision 6, including... Oh, okay.
Sick of Toggle.
thought you under 5. Yeah, Siren was 8. It wasn't a wind element. Okay. Maybe I'm just remembering it wrong though. Neither was Quetzalcoatl, so I mean, yeah, I got both of my suggestions wrong. But to be honest, there hasn't been many wins, so.
These poor sods didn't know what hit them.
Okay, going up here is actually the right way. Didn't mean to go the right way. Who likes going the right way? You miss chests if you go the right way. Not interesting. Scarlet Cyclone. Increases Scarlet Cyclone damage by 8%. Okay. Pretty good. Hey, that's pretty good. Defense by 10, increase my attack by 7. I like both of those, so I'm not going to... I could potentially get rid of the Gil earned. But it's doing me okay. 8% damage is not enough, really.
The alarm. All this bloody running. After them.
Think of when just latching onto the wings, because Quetzalcoatl obviously has wings, and the Siren had them too. Yeah, maybe I was. Well guarded. And attacking an opponent from the front while it's guarded will do no damage. Circle to the rear and penetrate its defenses. How you do it? You penetrate from behind. Certain basic attacks like Burning Blade and Charge Magic, as well as icon attacks and phase can instantly break an enemy's guard.
Seems they were expecting us.
Stay down! Get him!
A Royal Mastiff? Killing doggos now. I don't know why I said it like a Royal Mastiff, like it's one of the most shocking thing ever. The fight of the dogs.
Give them all you've got, boy.
That's how you break it.
There, boy. It's over. That's enough. Stay down.
Okay, nice. Penetrate. We're getting okay at the combat. We're getting faster with him. It is a bit spammy. Like, I'm literally just going like almost. A lack of less skill, more spam. I mean, I'm quite a fan of spam. Spam for it is lovely. But
The only way is through the chapel.
yeah, a lot of HP.
Grieger must have plans for us.
I can see there being a big fight here. Guessing the level cap's around 100, but it could be level 50, like 7. 7 remake. Because I do know there's a new game plus with hard mode, so that probably allows us to get to 100. This is a Souls boss if I ever saw one.
What the hell happened here? Little late for prayer, isn't it?
Do I seem so desperate as to grovel at the feet of a false god? I was waiting for you.
Not for too long, I hope. All this for a midnight chat. Well, let's chat then. Where are the men and women you took from Lostwing?
You mean where's the dominant? Well, we shall be requiring his services indefinitely. Come back to me, Sidolphus. I need you. Think of all the things we can create together. The world that we can build.
You need me? Your king needs me. I'm all for building a new world. Just not his. That bastard's dreams are as twisted as his promises are false. And I want no part of them.
King Barnabas saved you, and this is how you speak of him. Have you no shred of loyalty?
What? To a leader who'd use me? Like he uses you.
You know nothing of me, Sidolphus.
You're right. I don't know who you are anymore. Or what you want. I only know what you used to say. That you were tired of running. That you just wanted to be free. Free of it all. You weren't lying to me then, so what changed? What made you think you had to sacrifice who you were to get what you wanted?
Sacrifice. I use my talents to my advantage, and you would tell me there is shame in that?
If there's no shame, then why do you feel so sorry for yourself?
A rousing speech, Lord Commander. I was a fool to believe you might have changed. The only person I feel sorry for is you! I can't do this anymore.
Ooh, it's changed to a pretty
If you would
cutscene.
stand between our leash and his dream, then you leave me no choice. Goodbye, Sidolphus.
Ooh, she's fucking cool like that. Oh, this is gonna be cool. Bollocks. Yeah. I was a little bit disappointed by his Ramu. It's just him. And you're right, Benedict. He does look like a Vieira from about 20 years. Don't you touch that doll.
Finish them.
Well, Sid. At least he's not playing against one.
Nice.
Keep your distance, boy.
Okay, one's almost down. No, not dodge that. That's so easy dodge.
Give them all you've got, boy.
Okay, one's down.
She doesn't look happy, Torval. Come on. Not this time.
And we missed that.
My wounds, boy.
Oh, I didn't mean to use the fucking eye potion.
Don't let them get away. Keep your distance, boy. A little help.
It's a really good fight.
Not this time. Too slow.
Did Toggle get the last attack? I think Toggle got it. Carson. That was really good fight. Yeah, if you like action games or games of combat, it's great mechanics. You gotta love games. This game with games combat system. By the way, I like how the spells and certain strong attacks show up on the map are about to come. What do you mean? Which is obviously an idea from Final Fantasy XIV. But I'm not sure what you mean. How did I show up in map? Oh, that's just a AOE, though, isn't it?
Sid,
That's been done for years.
Do I look all right?
Oh dear, Sid does not look good. Pass your powers to my doggo. Don't think it works like that, but
Benedicta will be on her way to collect the Dominant, if she hasn't already. You can't afford to let them leave. Remember, she has wings, you don't.
What about you?
I know what you mean,
Before
though.
or after I catch my breath.
Sorry. Come on, Toggle.
I never did any of the big fights in 14.
You grow wings yet? Then you better start climbing those.
Yeah, it's like a tactical RPG thing, in a action RPG. You get me? Like, Final Fantasy Tactics would do it, do you know what I mean? But it would be like on like a map, rather than being in an action game.
She must be here somewhere.
Did anyone play a game called Enchanted Arms? It's on Xbox 360 and PS3.
Better already.
I used to love that game. That was a tactical RPG like that. What did we just pick up? Oh, heat wave stronger. 9% more. It's not even worth it. Oh, we probably got some ability points, haven't we? 400. Make. Cho, did you ever play Bouncer? City fighting game? No, I've heard of it. I've never played it though. Never really do the jump mechanic. Never really done that yet. That is fucking cool. Need to hold it more. Right, before we go here, do we save it? Play it for another hour.
The withdrawal has been signaled.
The man and pin will cast Cure.
An Imperial! Not this time. There, boy!
I'm gonna stop the Cure. Both the healers down. Doggo done with him. No, I never played Bouncer. Did it have some similar stuff? I didn't even know it was Square. And I know you were a little bit set back, Vax, that I might be moving to YouTube. But are you completely against joining my streams over there? If it does happen?
I'm running out of tower.
Getting the air, kind of understanding the. I don't want to isolate anybody. I don't want to not see anybody that I've made friends with on here. hit once there. Okay, that was nice. Nice. Bit of experience. On my way, rats.
This might take a while.
All your friends are gone now, aren't they? You bitches.
Stay down. It's over. Finished. Better not have flown away.
This is good. I like this bit.
You know what to do, boy.
That's a nice stagger there. I didn't even realise there was another soldier in here. Another doggo in here.
Get him, boy. Give them all he's got, boy. Satisfaction. A little help. Not this time.
Nice.
There, boy. Keep your distance, boy.
I do like fighting them. They're really cool. To be honest, with them like set enemies that you can't avoid, it almost levels you up in a certain way as well, rather than you being over leveled or under leveled. It's setting me on a path to be exactly where I'm supposed to be.
Excellent. That's enough.
Nice bit of experience. I hold it and then keep it. Right, he's barking. Where are you barking? No, okay, we're just barking just for sake. Oh, if this is not a boss room, I don't know what is.
I confess I expected more from the old man. And less from you. This is the second time you've bested my sisters. Men of your talents are rare indeed. Why cast your lot with such undesirables? If it is the hearth you long for, you will find more than enough warmth under my wings.
You know exactly what I want. Hand over the dominant, and I'll leave you in peace.
You would dare to make demands of me. Know your place, little lamb. Fool is the shepherd who heeds every bleat of the flock. And I will suffer yours no longer. Must I spell it out for you, Branded? No one is listening. No one at all! Ah! Come, little lamb.
God.
To the slaughter with you.
Gonna be tough.
Choose the
Scream for me.
You know what to do, boy. Keep your distance, boy. There, boy.
Oh, the music though. Honestly, she's like easier than all the other bosses we've faced recently.
Give them all you've got, boy.
Down. Phase 1 down.
Where is he? I won't ask again.
You pay for that.
Okay, phase 2.
Dodge this.
Good old doggo.
Fucking duck!
No, no. I said I would stop playing this if he died. Holy shit. Right, the glitching sound a little bit here. I'm just gonna exit my capture card. No, it's mid-fight, I know, but the glitching sound's annoying me, so just bear with me a sec. I mean, you did technically spoil it for me, dude. If you remember what you tweeted to me.
Too slow. Not this time.
Oops. Come on. This music is incredible. I'm surprised the stagger gauge is so small on this one.
Time to join your pet.
We're dominant. Now's the time to show it.
I'll bury it together.
It was such a good talk, though.
Don't touch me. Roll for me. You disgust me.
I love how these spells look, like Erika and stuff. Oh crap.
Not this time.
I need to work on my dodging. Holy shit. Not a lot of cheese, no.
Not this time.
God.
Shit.
Shit. not supposed to win?
Bad luck.
You do it. You're such a good doggo. He's gonna die. I know he is. Best doggo out there. Yeah, you go, doggo. Whoa, okay. That was a fancy spin.
You know what to do, boy. Don't let them get away. My wounds, boy. Get him, boy. Get them all.
I'll kill you! I'll kill you both!
Shit!
A little help. Torgal.
Need to do that. Shit!
Torgal. Well done, Torgal. There's a good boy. Keep your distance, boy. A little help. My wounds, boy. You know what to do, boy. Give them all you've got, boy. Torgal.
Shit! No!
Sick of Torgal. Don't let them get away. My wounds, boy.
There we go. Holy shit. It's a regen, yeah. What a fight. And you thought I'd sport it. You fucking cheeky little sausage, ain't ya? My wand boy. Do you know, I posted a picture of the doggo on Twitter saying I will die for this boy. And Vastian, the little sausage, fucking put, oh, you've clearly not... Wait for you to finish. And Vastian put, well, you've clearly not seen where the demo, what you played in the demo. And I was like, that fucking dog's dying, isn't he? That dog's gonna die.
You are but a branded! How? How did you do it? How did you even survive? How?
The answer is simple, Benedicta. He was fighting for something he believed in.
Shut up! Why aren't you dead?
We've played your games. Now tell me where he is.
Who? What are you?
Are we like absorbing them?
Clive?
Holy crap.
Clive!
Oh no, not again. I think you were taking her power.
Enough of this.
Yeah, we've genuinely taken her power. That's cool. We are the Dragonborn of fucking aeons.
She's gone.
I reckon we can turn into Garuda now.
What's happening?
Give her back. Give her back. Give her back.
My lady.
This is so good.
Where is she? Where is Garuda? What have you done to me? What have you done?
Look at me, my lady. I need you here.
What the hell is going on?
Can we give it to Dogger? Dogger become Garuda and have wings.
Her power, you took it from her.
And that's why the Phoenix rejected it. So he's like a... It's like a blood type that can cure everybody.
I hope the bearer's found a way out. Clive, this place is ready to collapse, and I'd rather not be here when it does. If your dominant started this fire, and I'm betting he did, he'll be long gone.
Damn it all.
Inherited a power unknown. Learn more about the dominant. Come on. You gonna unveil? I've got an idea who this person is.
Who's that?
Oh, it's not. Okay. With Grace.
I created a diversion as commanded, Your Grace.
Oh, Ma Grace.
The villagers escaped
Okay.
in the confusion. As should we.
Yes.
Phoenix didn't reject him. He gave him the blessing after all. He just didn't mean it. This wasn't meant to be a dominant. It's something else. I'm not going to say it until it happens, just in case someone spoils it for me. But me and Missy had a little theory going on. Maybe not with him, but in general.
Morning has broken. And here come the cavalry, itching to butcher the bastards who made him miss their morning gruel. Come on. If they catch us leaving a burning care, people might jump to conclusions.
Right.
Wings of change. Power of wind. Clive has claimed a portion of the icon Garuda's essence. Oh, just a portion of it. So, right. Okay, so we've got a portion of the Phoenix, portion of Garuda. I like that. I like that a lot. I'll keep it to myself in case I accidentally get it right. Yeah, that's Missy when we were watching Game of Thrones. I bet that person's there, and that happens like a minute later, and you're like, yeah. Tuning into Garuda not only changes the element aspect of Clive's magic skills, but also allows up to several new iconic abilities, such as Gorge, a deadly flurry of talons that will tear into the opponent with multiple hits. Ability details, ability main menu. Garuda's feat. Garuda icon feat's deadly embrace can be used to draw smaller, lighter enemies towards Clive. This action also topples larger enemies become partially staggered when their will gorge reaches 50%. Toppling the enemy In this manner, I can see it deal significant damage. You can DM me the theory. This is what I meant. The combat gets a bit more complex. I can't believe they showed all of that in a demo. Like, people can't wait a week, can they? Demos used to be like a tester, like teaser. Press triangle to cycle between the attuned. Ooh, okay, that's cool. Cooldown times. Okay, it's cool.
Benedictus said you'd take.
So I bet we've got loads more on this ability wheel now. Oh, okay. So, oh, look at that. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And imagine take all 8 or maybe 7 of the 8 because our friend has the 8th. It didn't give all the explanation, just give you a beefed up Clive. Right, okay. When this game is, when the game is £60, a demo is what most people afford these days. I remember demos being like a level, some things cut. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of like big story reveals in a demo. I don't mind if they like generated like a fantasy area that was just like not part of the game or something, so you could understand the combat or something like that. You know what I mean? We're gonna get this one, this Phoenix launch, because that's one of my favorite moves.
Power. You don't still have it, do you?
I think I do. I can feel it. It's...
So how do we equip these? It did say gear and icons. It said it in the top the entire time. There were no big story reveals. I mean, the doggo nearly died, and a certain main character died at the start. That's a pretty big story reveal.
Inside me, along with the flames.
Well, are you not keen to try it out? What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, okay. And we can switch it up and switch so fast. Oh, that's sexy as fuck. That is so sexy. I want to wait for these powers to build back up. The demo is intended to be something to see if you like it. With a massive game like this, a tiny portion of Blackluster. I don't personally mind about the intro thing. It just shows. Right, let me save it for a second. You'll probably know this. I said it at the start of the stream. So on this homepage on PlayStation, I feel like they've got this wrong. Because if you hover over it, it says I'm 24% through the game. Which is quite a huge chunk. When you think about it. What time is that? I need a pee, so we're going to have a little break and then we're going to play for another half an hour. But it's the intro. Nothing in the intro is really a spoiler. It's just self-reaction work. Yeah. Well, I go to sleep now. Alright, no worries, Cheese. Thank you for jumping in and now. I appreciate you. Sleep well, pal. Be right back. Alright guys, welcome back. That's the main mission progress. I'd imagine it'll open up a bit later on, so more. Yeah, you're probably right. What I was saying about the spoilers, it's less like a story spoiler, more of a reaction spoiler for me, because if I started that game and I'd already played the demo, I'd be like, oh yeah, he's dead, he dies soon. Yeah, never mind. And I wouldn't like attach myself to him because I really liked Joshua at the start. If you know what I mean? Maybe I'm just different. I just don't like all that stuff.
Stop there!
Let's make this quick.
Where did you two come from?
Okay, it seems not as strong. The Phoenix is so much stronger. Oh, what happens when we do this? Like, okay, cool. Yeah, but then I would have had to do it on the stream then, wouldn't I? Okay, so we can't dash. Oh, what's that? An arm or something grabbing it. Does a dash. Yeah, it feels like it's more dexterous though, if you know what I mean. Because Phoenix I've hardly leveled up. I've only leveled up once.
This might take a while.
Oh, that's the pull, isn't it? Yeah.
Stay down.
Okay, that's cool. Very useful for flying things. Nice. Played the demo on stream and then picked up the same. Yeah, if I knew that was the thing, I might have done that, but I didn't know. I wasn't willing to take a risk or anything like that, so I'm just a bit different with that. I'm gonna say it's the same with like movies and TV shows. If someone says, "Oh, there's a twist in this," I'll continually think there's gonna be a twist. And it'll ruin the twist. I'm just a weirdo. I still think I prefer the Phoenix. I suppose because I've got so used to using the Phoenix, but I'm sure. Oh, that water looks nice. Silly Joe. To be honest, I feel like not a lot of games for a whole save and fully. Wait, I feel like not a lot of games. The whole save and continue in full version thing. Oh, you mean like the demo would start it and then continued? Yeah, no, I've never seen that before. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. Why would you want to do the intro again? To be honest, when they announced the demo, they just say play the intro and then pick up when it finishes. Oh, okay. I didn't pay attention to that. I was like, blah, 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 blah. Don't want to hear, don't want to hear. Comes out in 2 weeks. Everyone can just be patient. No one's got patience anymore.
The bridge is closed. Turn back. The dungeons for you.
An Imperial War. Jesus sake. Nice. Okay. What's the red circle on the ground? Is that like a battle arena? Haven't saw that before. Enemies can't leave that. Right, okay. So if I ran out of that, would it be like a I run from the battle kind of thing? Perhaps? No, I saw it as well. It was on the bridge, wasn't it? I think in Kingdom Hearts 3 you got that play, the Olympus Town part. Can't climb the mountain. Yeah, but perhaps like a modern play, yeah, you might be right. I mean, it makes sense, because open world, they'll just chase you everywhere. The next time we'll play this game is Monday, Wednesday, potentially Friday next week. We do need to complete Hit and Run at some point, but I want to keep this going. Hit and Run can wait. To this delay, you said the same, almost the same time. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. There's was another RPG that did it. I think it was 15, but it didn't have an area thing. But it did if you ran further enough away. I can't remember what it was. Might not be 15. Let's continue north. In 15 there was no area and you just run away from the enemies and go back. Ah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's only me.
Damn it, Gav, are you trying to get yourself killed?
It's not me who's been playing with fire.
Fire?
Don't do things by halves, do you? This way.
Why, aye, lad. I love that Gav is so Geordie. Gav the Jord. Not
So
Jord. Gav the
you or
Geordie.
him who freed the bearers, who was it?
Good question. Someone who didn't have their hands full fighting a bloody harpy, I guess. But what matters is they're safe. Something they wouldn't be had it not been for you, Gav.
Just doing me job, like. So, what about his dominant?
Gone. And after we were so close.
These two have a little romance going on, don't they?
Well, I can track him.
Gav and Sid.
Why would you?
Sid told us about your family.
And talked to oh god.
Lost me own to Imperial Steel. Sometimes vengeance is the only thing that keeps you going.
Thank you.
Go safely, brothers.
I reckon he likes you.
Oh, that lick of the lips. They'll be sharing tents by the end, it seems like it. He wants Clive in on the axe, that's what it is.
She's gone.
My lady, you have to hold on. We're going to get
Gone.
Easy.
What am I going to do? Barnabas?
How long to the coastal road?
At this pace, we won't make it by sunset.
That fancy 16.
He'll know. He'll cast me out like all the others. What am I going to do? What am I going to do?
My lady.
Holy crap. It's not even subtle, is it? Just fucking axe to the face.
Carol.
Look at that sound.
What do we have here?
They're just standards.
Fetch a good price, I reckon.
But we'd be doing the slavers a disservice if we didn't praise her work.
Stay away.
Oh,
It's
okay.
all right.
Liking that we're getting a little backstory on Sid and her.
Come on. Let's go home.
Is this it, Adolphus? My punishment for not listening to you?
Oh, she's...
This wretched world! Deserves to die. It all deserves to die! 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 Die!
That's very cool. Very cool. We only saw a portion of her power and she thought she'd lost it all. But I feel like she might not be able to control it now.
Sid.
He sensed it before. He has a sense when there's a...
Garuda.
It will consume you, yeah. Vipers.
She's drawn in too much ether. She can't control it. If Garuda isn't stopped, that vortex will swallow this whole forest, and us along with it.
And I'll stop her.
You'll stop her.
I heard it again. Someone is calling me.
Damn it, lad. That doesn't mean you have to listen. I should have gone with Gav.
Should have gone with Gav.
Clive, I don't think you understand. That's not just windy weather you're wondering.
Feel like I want to leave this till Monday. I'm really sorry, guys. We're gonna leave this till Monday. I don't want a huge section when I've got a really early morning. I'm really sorry. But we have to leave it on a cliffhanger, don't we? Make it come back. I've got an early morning. Alright? Very early morning. I thoroughly enjoyed today. It's very good. Yeah, it is a decent place to end. Because now we know on Monday it's going to start with a bang. Didn't mean you have to sleep. Quite like sleep though. Putting that out there. I quite like sleep. Right, thank you very much for hanging out with me, guys. Honestly, you guys have been a ball. Thank you for enjoying this with me. You don't have to like it. I want sleep, alright? Let's go and raid somebody. We'll be playing this again on Monday and Wednesday and Friday. More than likely next week. So it's just going to be a full week of Final Fantasy 16. As it should be. And on the weekend, I might do like a Saturday evening of hit and run and get that complete. And then a Sunday do more Final Fantasy. So it's probably going to be 4 Final Fantasy 16 streams this week. The coming week, as in after the weekend. No streams over the weekend though. I'm going to try and find someone to raid. We've got Got Taylor who's starting this game, but he's in play level part 3. We've got Beerlover who playing Tomb Raider Underworld. We've got someone playing Baldur's Gate 2. Got Ginger doing software development, but he finishes at 11, not 11s. But I can't wait for more. I'm really enjoying it as well. Whitney's playing Sims 4. We've got Profound Badness playing more of this. James Lee playing more of this. Honestly, I don't know who to raid. I really don't. I'm gonna say hi to Twisty Shape. Playing God of War Ragnarok. So he's doing what I'm potentially doing. He's moving over to Kick to do some streams, and staying on Twitch, which is kind of how I'm seeing myself. So yeah, go and enjoy Twisty's stream, and I'll see you all on Monday for more Final Fantasy. Take it easy, enjoy your weekend, and I love you to pieces. Bye bye.